I mean, there's a couple things worth looking at.
Okay, so we're in 75 gram publishing next.
Yeah.
Alright.
So,
And everything in here is also for sale, unless
well,
it's got a red
many of
dot.
the things in here have actually sold by this point. So there's a nice portrait that Lillian did of me. There's also a really beautiful portrait that she did of one of the residents of Grand Street, whose name is Abdul, who was instrumental for us during much of our time there and super instrumental in getting us moved out of the building.
Yeah.
And getting the archive moved down here. So here's a drawing painting by our daughter, Lydia.
Ah.
And then another drawing here of another young guy who was living on Grand Street. So here we have a nice piece of history. So this is in Kenosha. I'm with my two friends, my very old friend, dear friends from Madison, Chuck Patch, who is a photographer, also a photo historian in New Orleans, where our daughter Lydia lives now. Robert Sietsema, who had been for many years the food critic for the Village Voice, and my son Shannon at the time, when he was about 3 or 4, I think.
Well, let's go see your rooms.
There's not too much left here because I really moved almost everything
the
into the
jam.
gallery, but I have a portrait that my father made of me when I was 12.
Wow.
I have another portrait that my father made of me maybe when I was 11, so it's a photo portrait and a drawn portrait. And in here I do have the last painting I ever made in 1995 when I decided to see if I could still paint. So it's called The Portrait of the Artist as a Young Baseball Player, which is now in the Michael Oatman collection.
Okay.
And then the really wonderful thing, so we were going through some folders that I had not looked at and literally had not seen this for 20 years.
These are by you.
So these are Lillian's paintings.
Yeah.
Her paintings from the 1980s.
Yeah.
And you can really see, we'll look at a couple of them here.
And they're all like, and they're all like Grand Street characters.
No. This predates Grand Street by a few years.
So she's in New York.
But they're paintings
You go
done
right there.
in oil stick, and they're all done either on wallpaper sheets. This one's actually a preliminary drawing, Ronald Reagan.
Ah.
This one's a preliminary drawing as well, some dogs and cowboys. But what I'm doing is these I'm shipping back to the island, and we're looking forward to having an exhibition of this work there. And in a lot of cases, it'll be the first time that it's been seen.
Yeah.
So it's a mix of paintings on the wallpaper and paintings on fabric.
And they're all oil stick and charcoal.
So it's all oil stick. Yeah, oil stick. I'm not sure there's any charcoal in it.
Whoa. I just.
So they're really delicate.
I see that.
Careful with them.
Hey. Let's grab this by the brown. Or not.
All right, I think that's good.
That's
a
good.
idea.
Yeah, let's.
So here's my son in the summer of 1980. Oh, we did nice. I'll show you this. He and I did an interesting project together. So around that same time, I went out with my square format camera. We're on Grand Street. He went out with his sort of like a brownie camera.
Yeah.
We went together to various sites around the neighborhood.
Is that Harder's?
Yeah, it is. And photograph. So I would pick a site, and then I would photograph it, and he would photograph it. He would pick a site, and we'd do the same thing.
Yeah.
So, for instance, we went up to the Empire Plaza,
Oh, yeah, the time
and we
capsule.
photographed the time capsule that's still there waiting to be opened in
Yeah.
2075. But I really loved, in the end, it was about a dozen pictures we did, and I really loved being able to look at the way he saw things and the way I saw things, you know, directly compared with each other. So I do still have a group of things here for Lillian. These are more recent paintings that she did on boards.
And these are $7.50 each.
Well,
It's
you
a
know,
steal.
depending.
And so now we're going to go into the Lillian room. And what is this First Holy Communion picture? Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So that was from a project that she